Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with Dave's Faves. And today we're talking about the Rite of Spring. Now, the Rite of Spring, Le Sacre du Printemps, if you want to go for the original, with the original French anyway, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I mentioned it once before in connection with that 2-disc Dochnani Decca series that has his Vienna Philharmonic recordings of the Firebird and the Miraculous Mandarin and some other stuff like that. And on that disc is the Rite of Spring, conducted by Laurent Mazel with the Vienna Phil, which is actually quite good. But I haven't had an opportunity to talk about my favorite, the Rite of Spring, that makes my little heart go pitter-pat, and that really that I just love, that I want to listen to when I feel like hearing the Rite of Spring. And it may surprise you which one it is, because there are so many great Rites of Springs, aren't there? I mean, there's that fabulous Bernstein one, and there's the marvelous Ozawa, and the incredible Chailly Cleveland one. I mean, they're really fine. There's a Botto with the LSO. There's just plenty. I mean, Boulez with Cleveland, his first one. Lots and lots of opportunities to hear wonderful performances of the Rite of Spring. There's Markevich. I mean, they just keep coming. But my favorite is this one. Michael Tilson Thomas and the Boston Symphony on DG. He also did a fabulous remake on RCA with San Francisco. Tilson Thomas is a wonderful Stravinsky conductor, a first-class Stravinskyan. Why? Because he has the rhythm. He really has the rhythm. He catches the folk-like lyricism of the folk-like lyrical bits. There aren't so many in the Rite of Spring, but there are a few here and there. He judges the tempos very well. He lets the orchestras hit all those accents. It's wonderful, wonderful Stravinsky. And when I first heard this, it came coupled, you may recall, with The King of the Stars, that little strange little 5-minute cantata for male choir and huge, mushy, Scriabin-esque orchestra. That's on here too. And on this one, this is a French DG thing, but it was released, I think, as a DG original. Yeah, it was a DG original, and it's in the Boston Symphony box, and it's around. You also get the Dutoit Petrucha, which is also first rate, by the way, which is excellent, absolutely excellent. When you deal with these Stravinsky ballets, as I've said before, you're going to wind up duplicating. You're going to wind up duplicating a lot, so you just have to understand that. But there is something about this performance, that combination of power and grace. Remember, it's still a ballet. At the end of the day, it's still a ballet. You have to get through the long introduction to part 2. It has to sound like something. And Tilson Thomas just realizes it beautifully. All the colors of the score, all the big scarifying climaxes, all the power is there, but also with this leonine, tensile strength that's absolutely thrilling. I mean, really, really thrilling. And it was wonderfully well recorded. Tilson Thomas made some fabulous, fabulous recordings with the Boston Symphony. And you know what they were. I mean, there was the Ruggles Sun Treader and Piston's Second Symphony, and I think the Schumann Violin Concerto, wasn't that one of them? And then that gorgeous Debussy recording. He was always a great Debussy conductor that has the Image and some other stuff. They were really, really hot performances. And this Rite of Spring is definitely up there. For me, it's just listenable. And I don't mean listenable in a cozy way. I mean listenable in the sense of rightness, of wholeness, of once you get to the end, after a really good sacrificial dance, mind you, a really good sacrificial dance, once you get to the end, you just feel like you've had a fabulous musical experience. It has no dead spots, There's nothing out of place. It's a natural, I mean, the piece is supposed to sound like this sort of, natural organic eruption. And that's what this is. It's a fabulous musical eruption, and I adore it. So, Michael Tilson Thomas, Boston Symphony, Stravinsky's Rite of Spring, that's my fave. And I hope you get a chance to listen to it. I really do, because I think it will really make you hear the piece fresh. So do those other great ones, but this one really does too. And in its own special way, it's just lovely. So keep on listening, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care.